Hello everyone, this is Tom Watch. Today, I'm giving you a brief introduction to the V3 version of the Coke from VS Factory. Regarding this Coke model, since the C Factory was discontinued, the best version currently available is from VS Factory. This VS Factory Coke has essentially redefined the standard, as they've created entirely new tooling for it. They have updated the small notches on the bezel edge to match the latest official version, featuring fine serrations. In contrast, the previous C Factory version used an older style with larger, more pronounced serrations. Let's take a closer look at the watch's detailed craftsmanship. The crystal is a high-transparency sapphire, giving the entire watch exceptional clarity. Furthermore, as you can see, the edge of the crystal has a distinct bevel, not a rounded curve. A rounded edge would be inaccurate to the genuine model, whereas this beveled edge is period correct. You can see it here, this beveled edge is smooth to the touch and doesn't feel sharp at all. At the 3 o'clock position is the magnifying Cyclops for the date. The font on the date wheel is produced with a stamped printing technique, making it extremely crisp and clear. When viewed directly, it exhibits a distinct three-dimensional effect. The edges of all the markers have been polished with rounded corners, leaving no rough spots or burrs. The center hand stack by VS is also executed beautifully. As you can see, the center pinion presents a capped or small hat shape. The edges of the hands are all finished with a high polish. The finishing on all corners is flawless, with no trace of burrs. This red hand is, of course, the GMT hand. Let's take a look. All the text on the dial is rendered with that same stamp technique. Stamped means that when viewed from a direct angle, it creates a three-dimensional effect. At the 6 o'clock position, there is a laser-etched coronet. This etching is only visible under strong light or when photographed with a smartphone. It's designed to be a subtle, hidden detail. The rehaut engraving is perfectly aligned, with uniform spacing between the letters. The font itself is deeply and sharply engraved. Take a look. The serial number on the rehaut. This serial number starts with 6U9. The overall engraving is very deep. The bezel insert is the V3 version. A key feature of the V3 bezel is that the color shifts. As you can see, under UV light, the entire bezel insert turns red. This is the hallmark of the V3 bezel insert. In natural light, the transition between the red and blue sections is executed perfectly. There are no signs of bleeding or visual disharmony. The numerals inside the bezel are filled with a silver-colored PVD coating. The bezel insert itself is made of ceramic. With VS Factory's latest tooling, the fine teeth on the bezel edge now correspond to the new genuine model, featuring very fine serrations. This is currently the most accurate bezel edge available. It's very smooth and refined, as you can see. The case material is 904L stainless steel, and the case sides feature a high polish finish. The corners and edges are finished with a soft bevel, while the top surfaces have a brushed texture. The case sides, by contrast, are high polished. The crown features the 3 dots of the triplock system, along with the logo. This watch bracelet is available in both 3-link Oyster and 5-link Jubilee styles. The version I have here is the 5-link Jubilee. The Jubilee bracelet offers a very comfortable and refined aesthetic. The outer links of the bracelet are brushed. As you can see here, while the center links are high polished. Let's look at the clasp. There are absolutely no welding marks on this part of the clasp. You can see here, no welding spots. The inside has a frosted, sandblasted finish. The interior of the clasp is sandblasted. You may notice a white substance on the edge. This is a lubricating grease, which is present on all new watches. The engravings inside are deep and clear. Let's check the clasp code. This clasp code is A9A. Furthermore, on the small coronet here, under magnification, you can actually see several tiny dots. The font is extremely clear. This is a solid case back model, and the center has a brushed finish. I'm going to open the case back so we can examine the movement inside. Let's take a look at this movement together. This movement is the Dandong clone 3285. Many people ask how to distinguish a genuine VS Factory model. Only VS Factory uses the Dandong 3285 movement. Other versions do not feature the Dandong 3285. Let's take a look. On the Dandong movement, both regulator arms are located at the top. Additionally, this golden balance wheel is positioned on the right side. This contrasts with other versions like the Shanghai movement, which may have its regulator arm in a different position or located at the bottom. The Dandong movement can achieve a power reserve of up to 72 hours. Furthermore, the timekeeping stability of the Dandong movement is excellent. You can also see the engravings on the lower plates of the movement here. The overall finishing on the movement is very bright. On the Dandong custom movement, all the gears you see are real and fully functional, not just decorative plates. Including the engravings here, as you can see. They are very clearly engraved. The finishing of this movement is very bright, a very lustrous movement. Let me demonstrate how to adjust the time on this piece. First, unscrew the crown downwards, without pulling it out. Turning it upwards will manually wind the movement, and you'll hear a clicking sound. Then, we gently pull it out to the first position. As you can see, this movement allows for independent adjustment of the hour hand to change the date. Pulling it out to the second position allows for time setting. The date function on this model features an instantaneous jump over 24 hours. As you can see, after it passes 12 o'clock, it will instantly jump to the next day. Now let me show you the effect of the luminescence. The entire watch is filled with C3 Super-Luminova, so its ice blue glow is exceptionally beautiful. This model is particularly bright when worn at night. Finally, let me try it on the wrist for you. With a 40mm case diameter, the best version currently made is from VS Factory. You must look for the VS version. This is because this particular model is frequently out of stock. Alright, that's all for today's discussion. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.